Hello, this is Arpita. I'm going to present coherent control of the optical Faraday rotation. So in this process, the direction of the linear polarization of the probe beam is rotated by introducing strong circularly polarized palm beam. Here, this palm beam creates an anisotropy in the medium so that the medium becomes birefringent. And to control this phenomenon coherently, we introduced another process named as electromagnetically induced transparency, or EIT in short, which is a quantum interference process and which drastically changes the optical properties of the medium. In the EIT process, the strong pump creates medium to be transparent to the probe beam by generating coherence between the relevant atomic states. And the polarization rotation in the EIT medium gives us the coherent control of the optical Faraday rotation. On the other hand, the angle of rotation depends highly on the various system parameters. So our aim is to study how we can control this phenomenon by controlling the system parameters one by one. So for that purpose, this is our experimental setup. So our probe beam is linearly polarized and our palm beam is circularly polarized. Both are co-propagatingly passing through our atomic medium, which is the rubidium vapor cell. And after that, we detect the probe beam by balanced polarimetric detection technique. Now, to study the polarization rotation in the EIT medium, we choose a V-type configuration of 87 rubidium combining D1 and D2 transition of the rubidium. So our palm beam is locked at D1 transition and our probe beam is scanned through D2 transition. And from the signal, we can calculate the angle of rotation following this equation. So this is our experimental spectrum. So this peak is corresponding the peak with EIT resonance. So this is the polarization spectrum with normal dispersion. And from this spectrum, we can calculate the angle of rotation corresponding to the EIT position. So we change the pump intensity of our system first, and we observe that the angle of rotation shows a nonlinear variation with the pump intensity. After that, we fix the pump intensity and we change the angular mismatches between the probe and pumping. And while studying this, we also take optical depth and the pump beam spot size as two different parameters in our study. Where we change the temperature of the cell to, or the atomic medium, to change the optical depth of the medium, and we make a telescopic arrangement in the path of the pump beam so that we can change the pump beam spot size. So we got similar kind of variation in both the cases. So we observe that as we increase the angular mismatches, the angle of rotation decreases because here the residual Doppler broadening phenomenon masks the two-photon coherence of the medium. After that, we fix the pump intensity and angular mismatches and other two parameters also, and we change the probe ellipticity. So we got our periodical variation of angle of rotation with the probe ellipticity with a period of pi by 2. And we observe that we got maximum for linear polarization while minimum for circular polarization of probe. So in these studies, there is no external magnetic field. Now we fixed all these above parameters, and then we introduced external longitudinal magnetic field, and we observe that the angle of rotation shows a nonlinear variation with a magnetic field. Now to explain this theoretically, we solve the Liouville's equation under steady state condition, and we consider that the rotation arises here due to the difference between the contribution of left and right circular components of the probe beam, and we incorporate all the parameter variations in our theoretical model. And this is our system for without magnetic field. So this is the degenerate system, and this is our system for with magnetic field, which is non-degenerate. And we calculate the angle of rotation from the corresponding susceptibility difference. And here, this is the plots with our theoretical model, and we got a similar kind of variation as we observed in our experiment. So finally, we can conclude that optimization of these parameters gives us enhanced angle of rotation. And the variation of angle of PREIT with the probe ellipticity can be used as a calibration graph to get an idea about an unknown polarization state of the beam. And from our experiment, as we observed that the angle of rotation is sensitive to the magnetic field, so this technique can be used to detect presence of an unknown magnetic field. Again, this spectrum can be used in optical locking purposes and also the slow light study of slow light phenomenon, since we can calculate the group velocity from the spectrum. So that's all. Thank you.